Hey, this is Jamie from Capsule Computers, and today we are reviewing King's Quest: The Good Knight. The final chapter of the King's Quest reboot is available now for PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PC. At the time of the recording of this video, The Good Knight is available on its own for $9.99 US. Just a warning, there are going to be some minor spoilers coming. I'll do my best to keep them vague as I can, but you've been warned. Now, it's been 15 months since the release of A Night to Remember, and we are finally coming to the end of King Graham's latest adventure. The Good Knight marks more than just the end of the reboot, but also King Graham himself, as the chapter recounts his final adventure. Graham is on death's door and desperately fighting for one last adventure before he dies. The chapter is split between Graham's present struggles to stay alive for that last adventure and his previous one. In that previous adventure, Manny has made his return, and in a very childish, if I can't have it, then no one can sort of behavior, burns down Daventry in hopes of destroying Graham's legacy. Graham himself is obsessed with that legacy, desperate to avoid being forgotten like King Edward. So, to end their long-running conflict, Graham and Manny agree to have one final showdown. The Good Knight's story is my pick for the second strongest story of all 5 chapters. The theme of death, legacy, and family is an excellent way to cap off the game. The only reason why I rank it behind Snowplace Like Home is that it moves a little too quickly through Graham's personal struggles with death and his legacy. Graham's battle for that one last adventure sits somewhere between an addict looking for one more hit and a man struggling for a little extra time. I believe better exploring this deep-seated desire would have made for a better story. There is a good amount of variety in the puzzles in The Good Knight. Players will see a few puzzles from previous chapters, the usual item fetch puzzles, several logic puzzles, and some really thoughtful puzzles related to some opening of locks. I'm very happy with the puzzle quality in this chapter, though some of the item fetch puzzles were starting to wear out their welcome a bit. The best moment of King's Quest wasn't an actual puzzle itself, but a playable homage to the 8-bit and 16-bit King's Quest titles, complete with appropriate sound effects and graphics. The audiovisual presentation for The Good Knight is excellent, the art style is still beautiful, and the game itself plays a role in telling the story of Graham's old age. It's nice to see Graham stiffly climbing a ledge or seeing parts of the environment covered up in white where his memory is failing him. The Odd Gentlemen have done a great job using the graphics to tell that part of the story. The sound effects are also solid, but the real treat is the moody soundtrack and Christopher Lloyd's excellent performance as the old King Graham. I've complained about the Odd Gentleman's struggles with consistency in the past. Unfortunately, there's no way to tell if The Good Knight is part of the usual upswinging quality or is an actual end to the inconsistency. What I do know is the King's Quest started well and it is ending well. I'm giving The Good Knight 9 capsules out of 10. If you want to read our full review, be sure to check out the link in the description or in the video's card. I hope to see you soon. This is Jamie from Capsule Computers signing off. Hey YouTube, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and subscribe to Capsule Computers for more awesome videos. If you're looking for more reviews to watch, check out our review of the previous King's Quest chapter Snowplace Like Home here on the left. And if you want to watch from the beginning of the reboot, you can start with the first chapter. A Night to Remember is here on the right.